the focus of this intermediate advanced class was what?
Functional Colgada.
Functional Colgadas, really, okay? So we entertained the idea that there's a difference between doing a Colgada for the Colgada's sake, okay, of stretching and going out, which I guess you could argue with me it's still functional, it's going to be musical, and you're going to do something fun and communicate. But when we meant functional, is like doing a Colgada to get something else out of it right away, like a rap. Okay? We started out with what kind of Colgada? What type of Colgada? Into the S.
Step over.
Thank you. Step over. Who steps over? Follower. There are many kinds of step overs. The one you did in class, the first class, guess what kind of Colgada that is? Wow. Step over, yes. Many, many Colgadas fall into the step over, especially when they come from a turn, from a hero. There are many types of these step over Colgadas. Okay? And in this last class, we did the back step over. What is the follower doing? What step? Back. Yeah. And if she goes with her right foot, I catch her with what foot? And I'm turning to what direction? Everything to the right. If we want the illusion of the drag. Remember, you can always do this with no Colgada. It's very important for those of you who are studying Colgadas to not get stuck doing Colgadas all the time, especially followers. If you think that position is always a Colgada, you're going to fall into it if the leader doesn't do it. Not good.
You have to wait for them to lead us into the Colgada.
Always, 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 always wait for the lead, and then when you get the lead, so right, Cristina follows, right, like she proved earlier. If I don't lead it, she doesn't do it. When you get the lead, then what do you have to do, followers? Are you shy about it? Follow. Thank you, leaders.
Trust and commit.
Commitment, and go for it, because then that's the only way the leader will learn how to balance you. Yeah, so if he leads a Colgada, then you go for it. And he better be ready to balance you. Obviously, if you're going to fall, by the way, you can just put your foot down.
Yeah.
It ends the Colgada ride.
Yeah.
No more Colgada. You don't have to keep it in the air.
If you feel like your leader is not able to balance you properly, followers, just put your other foot down. You're good. You're not falling anymore.
And for the more advanced students, there were different ways to trap her. Instead of, so what is this here? Sakada, what leg am I going into? Trailing or lead leg? Yeah. If I were to go into the lead leg, or on the other side of it, on either side of it, it would then be what? Yeah, especially if I put what into this line. Yeah, if I transfer my weight to the line of power, I initiate the Colgada by this action. Again, part of the first class material. To make it functional, actually we did it this way, and first we did a little wee. Here's the wee, send her out, and yeah, that's kind of fun, that's big, that's exciting. It has its own sense of function, musically speaking, and wee, exciting feeling speaking. But if I wanted to lead a rap, what do I do? The fundamental idea is what? At this point, what am I going to lead? Thank you, mini Colgada. And then it's important that I'm keeping my follower at the end where? Yes, or else there's no point in the Colgada. If I want to do a Volcada rap, that's a whole other lead, that's a whole other class. We'll probably do that tomorrow, actually.
Different technique.
We'll do that
to
tomorrow
make it feel good.
in the final class to just show you. Right, Alex?
Sure.
So it's important just to practice the setup on either foot, and we can even do doubles, and then find a nice way to exit. Let's ask them, what do you think you can take out of this class?
You need to eat more broccoli.
Okay, do you like Colgadas at all?
Yes.
Undecided?
I'm still trying to figure out what's what.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for being honest. No worries. There's a lot to think about, because now maybe you learned Tango was on your axis, Maybe you learned Tango had a forward intention. Now all of a sudden you're learning you can play with those extremes, and you can go slightly off axis either way. So this is a higher level of communication where we start really playing with the axis. It's going to blow your mind for some of you. Let it sink in.
So homework is it pretty much something that, how would you do that in closed embrace?
Yeah, all the time. At the moment, though, it's kind of faking the close embrace. We're close, our bodies are touching, but we're technically in a small Colgada. Yeah? So I could lead Cristina into the cross. And you might not see it, but I did a functional Colgada.
Because he knows where my axis is, and he's manipulating it.
So you felt like you were doing a Colgada?
There was a moment when, if you cross, there was a moment, I'm going to get close to you. There's a moment where all of a sudden, instead of a forward intention chest to chest, her back was in my forearm.
I'm totally different.
Move forward.
Yes.
Yeah. Sending it.
It's actually even easier than being in a very open embrace. Functional use of your axis and how to play with it, even if you're in a close embrace, yeah, versus more open. Okay. Any more questions? Ready for a little half song demo?